All right, YouTubers, Savage Trails back. Today we're gonna do a little work on Savage C, specifically our door. So if you have this handle, I'm sure a couple of you guys have some issues. I know we have. Did a couple band-aids. We put this on because our ham-handed kids would yank on this to shut the door, and we snapped that twice. There's like a little C-clip inside. And over here, we did our little spacer to try and center that. And all those have made big improvements, but especially with Savage C here with our 6-inch lift, our little guys have trouble grabbing this. For us, you put your thumb and it does open right up. But otherwise, if you're just pulling it, you really got to yank it. And with our little beasts, that doesn't work too well. So we're gonna try something from RV Lock. They came out with this one. It's a wireless one. So we should be able to just press a button and unlock it. Enter RV Lock. I have not found this product myself. This was kind of all over my Facebook pages and stuff like that, and people are raving about them. I purchased this with my own money. This isn't sponsored but in any form or fashion. I'm hoping to solve some of our problems, and we are about to do another winter camping trip, which is why I'm out here in 15 degrees to try and install this. Let's see how this goes. I've seen people where it drops right in, and I've seen people where they had to hack this whole area and realign the striker. So let's see if this goes the easy way or the hard way. Let's dig into it. Removal, we're gonna start with these three. Now, it does say directly in the instructions to not use power tools, but I am a trained professional, so we're using power tools today. If you are doubting yourself or you're a little nervous, definitely just use a screwdriver. It's 3 screws, goes super quick. You don't want to go too fast or smash it home. You will break things, and that will be sad. So let's follow along. Okay, once you remove this, you can see ours is actually kind of new. I'll give you one guess why. We've been through a couple of these. So this is what I was referring to. You see, try and point to it right here. We've actually snapped that off because that's what holds that whole mechanism in. And when the kids pull the door really hard, that breaks. So let's, again, hopefully this solves the problem. No guarantees there. This side, give it a little yank. We're done. Disassembly is really that easy. 3 screws and it's just sandwiched in. Now, another thing I've seen on the forums on Facebook and whatnot is if you have the full body paint, it doesn't fully cover all of the paint overlap. So I'm gonna have to see how that goes too. I think we have a workaround and we're gonna shoot from the hip on that one. So let's start putting a new one in and see where it leads us. Yep. It's definitely true. So it's a little smaller. And we see the paint outline. All right, let's see what we can do about that. I think I got an idea. All right here is hopefully our solution. I did what any warm-blooded manly man would do in a situation like that, is when I didn't know what to do, I ran and begged my wife for help. So I traced out the lock profile. I added some material. I did 1 inch in every direction, which is way oversized, but we're going to trim it. And she was nice enough to print me out these vinyl outlets off of her cricket. If you don't know what a cricket is, as far as I was concerned, it was an insect, but apparently it's a crafting tool used for cutting out vinyl stickers and whatnot. So thank you, and hopefully I saved the day. Let's go take a look. All right, we have our vinyl. I'm gonna take a razor blade and trace it on the outside. This is the part where I'm gonna need 2 hands, but you get the gist. Stay tuned. Installation is pretty easy. Just poke it in there. You gotta line up this hole and get the deadbolt through. right here. And then it holds itself in a little bit. You take your plug it in, give you a chime. And once you get sandwiched in, you gotta make sure you caught your deadbolt. So you're moving right there, you're good. Let it hang. Then we talk about those power tools again that aren't supposed to exist here. Line up your holes. And leave it loose. That's one. Again, leave it loose. Two. Three. It's that simple. And then you do your alignment and you can cinch it down. All right, about there, looks good. And again, per the instructions, you do not want to tighten too tight. You'll feel it sandwich the door a little bit, and that's all you need. If it's too tight, you're going to jam up the locking mechanism. There we go. All right, so for the first time in a long time, it went the easy way. No surgery whatsoever needed to line everything up. I did remove the spacer. It just seemed to tighten it up a little bit. Now, it seems obvious because this lock actually doesn't change any of these parts. That actually latches. I didn't realize at the time. However, it did seem to tighten it up. I don't know if it lines up better or what, but I was able to remove that spacer and the door latches way better now. And thank you to the missus for this. I got this little bubble here. I just think it's too cold. It's about 18-20 degrees, and I think it's just too cold for the vinyl. It kept crinkling up on me. It's an easy fix. Those 3 screws come out. You've seen that early in the video, and we can replace it later. But a couple feet away, purdy. And the door, oh, so much better now. What a difference. Oh, that's gonna be great. Next step is we're gonna program, because not only does this seem to work way better, but it's got some goodies. We now have keyless entry with the buttons and keyless entry with the remotes. So to do this, you just take a little pen, you hit the reset button for a couple seconds. It'll actually prompt you via voice to say enter your code. You come over here, you put in your code, hit the little lock button, it'll say do it again, you re-put in your code, you hit your lock button, programmed. That's simple. Come back over here, you hold the learn button down, this time with the pen. You hold this close, you hold the lock button, they link, you're good to go. You have your charging port here. They claim about 4 months for about an hour or two worth of charge. So we're about to go really cold camping soon. We'll put that to the test. But oof, love it. Absolutely love it. All right, let's give the remote a little test, shall we? We are open. Lock. All right, let's see. Locked. And oh yeah, that's great. Very cool. I want to dedicate this video to a gentleman named Carl. He's on the Esteem 29V forum, among others. And he was kind enough to take some time out of his day to show me the model number and process he did to get this. And I want to personally thank him for his time. And I am going to push it forward. So in the description of this video, you will see a link of where you can get this, and hopefully that helps out the whole family. So yeah, Savage Trail signing off. This is a great one. Definitely grab this, guys. All right, have a good one.